This is Deb Helfrich. I don't know, the hairstyle just came out of me. This is very, very, very much, of course, a kind of February do. And it just was just random, just trying to, I'm really losing the hair. I'm worried about it, trying to put it out of the way. You know, there was over 3 feet of it. So I was doing a wardrobe change. I think it's kind of cute. Right? As really, and then we're working on this. It's interesting. Do you know I've changed everything about my body between 50 and 52? Everything. The hardest thing is getting the eyesight. I have the screens. I can't see the small text in the presbyopia. And I use the magnifying glasses like only as necessary. The rest of the world's crystal clear. Well, what I'm recently sort of picking up on, and there's so much information out there and it's all just so not useful. Oh, smart as we think we is. The proliferation of noise on the internet is one of the biggest, like, unseen things we don't know. It's in our blind spot. So what I'm seeing here is 2 things. I got these really dark circles, and I'm noticing my eyes are really inset, and I have trouble. Now, again, it's a little bit of an ergonomic. It's a little bit like, you know, I don't have a gaffer and a staff and everything. So I'm trying to, I've got it as optimal as possible to look at the thing, to look at what I'm reading, to type on this thing, to sit on my yoga ball. We are harming ourselves so much, so quickly, the way these devices are extremely unergonomic. I mean, it's really, again, I'm on my yoga ball. I think I'm sitting up, but there's this thing where I move, I think I rock the pelvis forward, but then somehow in there, then I start, then the back starts being, oh, there's nothing, nothing we can do about that. Okay. Embodied intelligence is a beautiful thing. And there's something going on this side of my face, which is left brain, which is the part of the brain that's prohibiting me from working in an administrative way that produces income. I don't get how the world is so harmful, and I'm doing so much good work just improving and testing all my hypotheses on how to become a one-woman Socratic monologuist who can just go on and on and on about human potential, what we're not seeing about the truth of how humans operate, which is the philosophical hypothesis of bioelectricity. This is the hashtag redheaded She-Hulk persona. And it's definitely cannabis fueled, but medicinal cannabis fueled. And using it medicinally to take away intense physiological, now pain is a word that we have no accurate definition for. I mean, you know, there's the heat, cold, like in a certain way, like we're always talking about, like, don't touch the hot stove and things and fires and everything. But to my mind, pain of cold is more painful. Is it not? There's something about cold pain. I made that face. I probably will come back. I think it was a really ugly face. But what we were saying is, I can wink this way, but I'm getting it. But the interesting thing is, not only is it difficult to use these muscles, but they don't these muscles always go first. It's like the left brain's like, okay, let me show you, let me pull it together. And then I'm, you know, again, so this is so where's the crimp? There's a crimp somewhere between my brain and face communication. In the even I think I'm doing something right now, and I'm letting myself just be like, bleh. I'm sort of I've obscured my focus on observing myself and being more. I'm just a doer of myself because I got tech, and tech will capture it all, then I can come back. And having a lot of pain, and it feels like I was so proud of this hairstyle. And this hairstyle, is it? I don't know. It doesn't feel. It doesn't feel like this. It feels like this. I am very much Bill Bixby, Lou Ferrigno. Although, much better hair than Lou. Much better hair than everybody. Much more natural hair. That's for sure. Yeah, they ain't let redheads wear our natural hair either. The they in question being my community of origin. Yeah. I would not say that I have a recollection of anyone overtly in corporate America objecting to my hair, but I would definitely say that I was considered other. How about that? You know, because what's happened is there's so many things and so many things that I might have been considered for. And again, since nobody overtly said anything about my hair, and piecing apart was the frizzy curliness of unruliness and the fact that my hair was never kempt. It was always natural. I just was too sensitive for any of these products, too sensitive for hair dryers and curling irons. I mean, I forced myself every now, there were periods when I tried to, but it would just hurt and it'd be a waste of energy for all of that hurt. I love being sensitive. It's such a gift. If you have the human relationships where you're not forced to be alone and take care of everything yourself. You have to be a generous one. You have to be, when you're totally independent and it's sort of everything's up to yourself. And you are a perfectionist because everything's up to yourself. Like, if you don't get shit right, who's going to get it right? So, it's again, there's this whole perception is that the individual's like choosing to be a perfectionist and just stop being a perfectionist. And 10 steps to all of these things and not societal perceptions, but these things that we sort of in ourselves, like we catch the perfectionism. We see that we're continuing to spin in this little area of little tiny perturbance or aberration, a little speck of dust. We're we're twisting and turning over this thing that dulls the perfection in our mind. We get locked into saying, I should be able to make the world feel or look or have the tune of my inner movie. And right now, in the parlance of the self-help movement, we're going to stop there and say that's bad. But I'm saying I want to disrupt you all for many seconds. The meaning of a human life is to create an optimal world for them to express the genius of this exact specific set of cells and experiences geolocated in this city at this historical time, knowing these people, eating these foods. All of this creates priceless human life force in each and every human across the globe. We've got to build a civilization to let that unfold. To give people a shot to just be like, this me, just like this Deb. We're going to do some work on a little bit more facial toning. A little more facial tuning is actually what I'll be doing. That was a marketing slip. What am I gonna do? Ooh. Ah. All right, so did a little bit of tuning, and I really am having a lot of, my whole body is getting on the skeletal standard. There's been phases of this, so, and you become 333 pounds and really carrying two twins around with you. You have a really fucking extraordinary body, do you not? To be all like, I'm Vinny too, making new hairstyles. In my case, it was always just a fact. And because of all of these sort of factors, being an HSP, highly sensitive person, being an introvert, being really fucking philosophically smart, which I see as being somebody who thinks in a matrixed way. Synthesizer. I was like, so what? I can't keep up physically. I got all this mental stuff going on. And it goes on better when y'all aren't slowing me down. Or making me slow down to like do repetitive homeworks and so slow down. Like, we're fluffing up this left thigh, getting circulation going. This is one of the things I'll be really good at, and get into some of these embodied healing practices. And I'm just you know, on my thigh, which is hands to skin on the outside of my left thigh. And I'm just kind of going up and down and back and forth and rubbing now more. Well, I'm sitting, right? So it's horizontal, but the vertical plane of my leg. And now I feel this one. I cross this one out. Oh, this, I literally felt the need to come fluff this one. Just hit this point where the thigh muscles are popping out. You have some definite. It's very interesting to be a 52-year-old who's thinking philosophy, thinking in a philosophical style, and she's calling herself a well-being philosopher. And so, experientially, and N equals 1 experimentally, this process of losing what's ultimately going to be 200 pounds, being here in the final quarter, I'm 75% done, 150 pounds, so 50 more or so. But it's very interesting to see a 2 pop up. I don't know why the 2s are always popping up. I just wonder, because I never get more than the 1 or the 2. 1 plus 1 is 3, y'all. Where's my 3rd? But this kind of Socratic monologue is really right now just me going off. There's nothing going on here besides experientially playing with what does it feel like when you get to experience an aspect of life, of embodiment, experience an aspect of being beyond the lead balloons of time. We call it high. We call it getting high. I do like the word trance. Stream of consciousness comes up, flow comes up. But there is quite literally a different brainwave state. And this different brainwave state is actually the reason this little redheaded girl has grown up to be able to give Sigmund Freud vagina envy. All right, but I'm both enjoying the verbal play, but also wanting to really go get my dance on. So I think that's good enough for now. Yeah. We won't even worry about making it a Jordan or a Pippen. Be well, y'all. Harmony.